他说：“泰国将中国视为兄长，两国人民血脉相连。”他对中国的经济发展印象深刻，称赞中国政府和中国人民创造了奇迹。泰国总理赛塔他威信接受高端访谈独家专访，敬请收看。
关注国际焦点，洞察世界风云。大家好，欢迎来到本期的高端访谈，我是邹韵。今天我们来到了泰国首都曼谷，即将在这里对话泰国总理赛塔他威信。3月1号，中泰正式迈入免签时代。相互免签除了为两国人民带来说走就走的旅行之外，又将为双边经贸、人文交流等领域注入怎样的新动力？赛塔总理如何期待中泰一家亲继续双向奔赴？而对于中泰命运共同体，他又有着怎样的展望呢？今天我们一起在对话中寻找答案。
Mr. Prime Minister, great to have you with us on Leaders Talk. Happy Chinese New Year and happy belated birthday to you.
Thank you very much. Happy Chinese New Year and good morning.
Well, why not? Let's start with something exciting, the visa-free era we're about to enter starting from March this year, given that both countries have already signed the agreement on mutual visa exemption. So first thing first, why not explain to us about the rationale for Thailand to make such a decision and how do you interpret the significance of it?
I think you have to go back to who we are, okay? Because most of the Thais have Chinese heritage. Okay, our ancestors came from China, and we always have a pleasant relationship between people to people, the Thai and Chinese. Thai like to travel a lot to China. There are many cities that the Thai like to visit. You know, Beijing, Shanghai are the main, but there are many other cities with multicultural
diversity.
Yeah, that our people would like to go. Okay, and likewise, Chinese has been #1 tourists to come and visit Thailand the last 10 years. Since we assumed the office in early September, we realized that the Golden Week, your Golden Week, will be starting in sometimes late September to early October.
Yes, that's right.
So one way of stimulating the economy is through tourism. So we believe that if we do the visa-free policy for the Chinese to come in, that would help to stimulate the economy, the local economy, and that would be a nice gesture towards the Chinese government that we do care about you as our one of the countries that we have a strong relationship with. So those were the rationale.
มากขึ้นนะครับก็ดีสำหรับพ่อค้าแม่ค้าด้วยครับ
ครับดีครับตั้งแต่มีการเปิดฟรีวีซ่าให้กับนักท่องเที่ยวจีนเพื่อจะได้มากระจายรายได้ให้กับชุมชนถ้าได้มีนักท่องเที่ยวจีนเข้ามาเที่ยวอยุธยามากขึ้นได้มาเรียนรู้กับเกี่ยวกับศิลปะวัฒนธรรมโบราณสถานของอยุธยา
นักท่องเที่ยวจีนครับก็รู้สึกแฮปปี้ครับเป็นมิตรต่อทั้งคนขับและมิตรกับคนไทยที่อยู่ในประเทศไทยครับผมเองก็จะได้มีงานทำเยอะๆครับหวังว่าก็คงได้ไปเที่ยวเมืองกินสะดวกขึ้นครับอยากไป ที่เมืองหลวงของประเทศจีนนะครับที่การก็อยากจะไปนะครับอยากจะเที่ยวเดิมสักครั้งหนึ่ง
You have said that Thailand is well prepared to welcome Chinese tourists. Well, sounds very confident. So why not taking this opportunity to share with us some of the supportive measures in place to guarantee the security as well as the overall experience for those international travelers?
I think the key words is overall experience. I mean, needless to say, we have sun, sea, and sand, and shoppings, and culturals, and food, and many other things that the Chinese like. Okay, those are given. But again, some of the facts that the government must not forget is to ensure that Chinese tourism are well protected. Okay, whether in terms of the first step that they set foot on Thailand, immigration. Okay, KPI is that the immigration officer need to make sure there is no more than 30 minutes. Are we able to achieve that? Most of the time, but sometimes it's still 45 to an hour, which is fairly long. Okay, we are making sure that all the journeys, all the immigration is according to KPI. The baggage delivery at the airport is timely.
Right.
Like you pass immigration, you have to wait another half an hour for it. The taxi need to be available for you. Okay. And overall safety is for the Chinese tourists of utmost importance to us.
I have experienced some of the experience that you just mentioned because I remember many years ago when I visited Thailand. At that time, I was a kid. And the very first Thai language I think I remember that time, besides Sawadika and Khop Kun Ka, are Chan Run and non-run, so hot water and hot tea. So forgive for my imperfect pronunciation because at the time, many years ago, it was not that easy to get hot water in restaurants and hotels here in Bangkok. But this time, the minute we arrived at the airport, I saw there's a water dispenser machine with options of hot water, water of room temperature, and cold water. So I think it is, as you said, you know, the details, the devil's in the details,
very well
right?
observed. I think it's the most important thing is we must make sure that our guests like the experience. They would like to have an option of what they like.
Yes.
Okay, we want them to feel at home. Personally, I like to drink ice cold water. Okay.
I can
but
imagine.
again, it's the Chinese like it warm, semi-warm, hot.
Right.
I mean, it doesn't matter whether who like what, but we need to provide options.
Yes. And also it seems that soft power, or enhancing soft power for economic values has become one of the priorities for your government. So why is that? And given that soft power includes fashion and design, film, festivals, food, of course, and the list goes on. So if you could just name one thing, the thing that you recommend the most to our Chinese viewers with this opportunity, what would it be?
It's different because sometimes the Chinese like experience food.
Right.
Okay, we have all kinds of food. For example, khanom krok. You know, it depends on who like what. Okay, I like sports. For example, Muay Thai, Thai kickboxing.
Yes.
Muay Thai. The words Thai in the soft power of this particular sport, Muay Thai, Thai kickboxing is worldwide accepted.
Right.
The European loves it. They come here, spend 7 to 10 days training, and spend more money here.
Yes. And why is soft power particularly important to your government?
Because, you know, if you look at how the country has been developing, okay, most of the big cities like Chiang Mai is obviously very well known already.
Yes.
Tourists, cultural. Phuket is a world-class destination. Sun, sea, and sand, food, excellent hotel. Bangkok, of course, you all knows about the good parts of Bangkok. But there are many other provinces. Some of the provinces is not even known to the Chinese tourists. The only way to make it known, well known, is that why should they know about it? Okay, there's culture, there is fashion, there's food, there's sports, there's local cultures that they need to know. So
Right.
those are the main reasons why I want to spread the wealth towards the upcountry provinces.
You were in China last October to attend the Third Belt and Road Forum for International Cooperation, and that was actually the very first official visit that you made outside ASEAN since taking office. And a highlight of your trip was meeting with Chinese President Xi. And during the conversation, President Xi depicted the bilateral relations as family-like. And he also said that both countries are close neighbors, and the friendship has taken deep roots in the hearts of both peoples.
Yeah.
Actually, before, President Xi has also once quoted a Thai proverb in his APEC speech, which is, you reap what you sow. So, Mr. Prime Minister, as we all know, next year, 2025, marks the 50th anniversary of diplomatic relations between the two countries. So what kind of seed would you and your government plan to plant in order to enrich or add new dimensions to this already very solid bilateral relations?
I think the seeds have been planted 50 years ago. Okay, the people-to-people relationship starting up from the royal families, who has been frequently visited to the to various Chinese cities, and I used the opportunity to visit China to thank the President Xi for taking care of our royal families. And I wasn't shy in saying to Mr. Xi that we look up to China as a bigger brother, as a big brother to Thai. Okay, we are related by blood already. We have economics tie. Okay, trade volume between Thai and Chinese has been enormous. Chinese has been the biggest foreign direct investment in Thailand the last couple of years, propelling by the EV industry.
Right.
Okay, which has been a big investor here. The Belt and Road initiatives, connectivities, has been huge for the regional development. Okay, so we deliberately chose China as the first country outside of the ASEAN to visit, because we want to signify the strong relationship that we have.
What impressed you the most about your meeting with President Xi, and how do you view him as a leader?
As a president of China, I think he has a thorough understanding of how we should live together. Peace is top of his mind. Common prosperities. We need to prosper together economically. Trade is always at the top of his mind, which is the same as us. Okay. Whether you like it or not, if we do have money in the pocket, society will be better off. The more money you have in the pocket, the better society will be off. He was very friendly. He understands the need for a smaller country to grow together with China.
You also told President Xi that you would like to learn from China's governance experience. So we're curious to know that what are some of the development lessons from China, some of the experience from China's development do you think might be inspirational for Thailand?
Poverty eradication. I mean, that's been really been the success behind the Chinese economy.
Yes.
And also the use of technology in growing the overall economy as a whole. I think, after my visit, both countries have got official meeting to make sure that all the objectives are met.
Last time when you visited China, what impressed you the most for your China trip? Is it about lifestyle, is it about development, or is it about something else?
It's about economic developments. I think the Chinese government has done wonder for the Chinese people. Poverty eradication, infrastructure developments, many other things. Like the clean air.
In your speech at the UNGA last year, you stressed the importance of international cooperation. So with that context in mind, how do you understand the significance of the Global Development Initiative, the Global Security Initiative, as well as the Global Civilization Initiative proposed by Chinese President Xi?
We are fully supportive of that. Leaders being able to discuss frankly, openly about the issues that we have, whether it's crime, whether it's economic developments. Those are very key to the moving forward with the economic developments.
泰国首都曼谷向北80公里，一条高速铁路正在紧锣密鼓的建设中，它就是中泰高铁项目 4-3标段。作为两国高质量共建“一带一路”的旗舰工程，中泰高铁是泰国第一条高速铁路，也是海外首次使用中国高铁标准并由所在国出资兴建的高铁项目。其中1期工程连接曼谷和泰国东北部门户呵勒，2期工程将由呵勒延伸至与老挝首都万象仅1河之隔的泰国东北边贸重镇廊开。
这里呢是中泰高铁4-3标段的施工现场，这里是整个项目1期规模最大，同时也是唯一一个全程高架的路段。我们可以看到现场的施工啊，现在是已经取得了很大的进展。那大家如果顺着我的手往那个方向看呢，看到的就是泰国现有的米轨。之所以叫做米轨呢，是因为它采用的是当地已经延续了1个多世纪的1000毫米的设计的标准。但是现在呢，其中的有一些路段已经是无法满足现代铁路运输的需求，而正在建设中的中泰高铁采用的是1435毫米的标准轨道，在完工之后呢，有望提升整个泰国的建设和运输能力。
โครงการรถไฟความเร็วสูงมีความสำคัญมากกับประเทศไทยซึ่งประเทศไทยคนไทยก็รอคอยโครงการนี้มานานพอสมควรมันทำให้ภาพรวมของเศรษฐกิจในประเทศไทยดีขึ้นทำให้ประเทศไทยกลายเป็นศูนย์รวมของการคมนาคมนะครับไปต่างประเทศไม่ว่าจะเป็นประเทศลาวประเทศจีนมาเลเซียและไทยแลนด์นะครับอันนี้คือประโยชน์สูงสุดที่ในส่วนของครอบครัวที่มีแพลนที่จะส่งลูกชายไปเรียนต่อที่ประเทศจีนนะครับก็รอคอยโครงการนี้ให้แล้วเสร็จเมื่อโครงการนี้แล้วเสร็จนะครับทางครอบครัวก็จะได้ไปท่องเที่ยวที่ประเทศจีนลูกชายก็จะได้ไปเดินทางไปศึกษาที่ประเทศจีนได้เช่นเดียวกันนะครับ
ผมในฐานะผู้ใหญ่บ้านได้ทราบข่าวรถความเร็วสูงไทยจีนได้มาสร้างในประเทศไทยและมีประโยชน์ต่อนักท่องเที่ยวทั่วโลกได้เข้ามาในเมืองไทยและมีรายได้ต่อชุมชนและให้ประเทศไทยเจริญ
Mr. Prime Minister, speaking of connectivity, we have something to show you. This is a model of China's Fuxing bullet train. And the reason for that is because the China-Thailand Railway is a flagship Belt and Road project co-developed by both countries. And I know you have also personally inspected a connecting point in the province of Nang Khai bordering Laos. So what are some of the changes do you expect from the railway project as well as some of the other projects under the Belt and Road Initiative brought to the country?
I think the connectivity issue is one of the things, because people-to-people relationship cannot go well if you don't have a well-connected system, whether it's by road, whether it's by train, whether it's by plane. Okay, I think we can grow together and make sure that both countries, both people are better off if we do have a better connectivity.
Prime Minister Seta, as you just mentioned, that grain development has become an emerging regional trend, and with Thailand now aspiring to become an EV frontrunner in Southeast Asia. And we have also noticed that Chinese EV producers are gaining increasing popularity here in the market. They're also expanding their manufacturing base here in the country. And in recent days, we have so many Chinese EVs running on the roads of Bangkok. So what do you think are the biggest competitive edge of the Chinese EV producers, and what policies as well as business environment would the government accommodate to propel growth in the grain driving sector?
I think competitive edge are for both countries. We cannot have the edge only, right? For the Chinese EV, definitely the technology, the speed in which the Chinese businessmen think, the speed in which they decide to do investments. Okay. As for Thais, we do have tax incentive, we do have connectivity, we have deep sea port, we have industrial estates, and the Thai adoption towards EV has been the fastest in the region. 40% of car booked end of last year in the automobile trade show, 40% was EV. And 80% of those 40% are Chinese EV.
Wow, that's remarkable.
Yeah. So the speed in which we have adopted towards the EV and consciousness towards the green economy has been the big propeller for us to be in the forefront of the countries that have been target invested for the Chinese EV firm.
Well, apart from the cooperation on green development, what are some of the new avenues of cooperation do you anticipate in the economic and trade front, given that China now is Thailand's largest trading partner, the top source of foreign investment?
With the fast-changing world, AI is going to be one of the most important things. Data center is one of the most important starting point for the AI developments. There are many Chinese firms that look towards making investment into data firm. Like, for example, Huawei is a big player here. And we have had a pleasant and productive talks regarding they doing more works here. Right. So not just on EVs, but on the trend that you have shown. Yeah, they're looking to be manufacturing here. Can we accommodate all the demands, all the supply that's coming up? We cannot, because we only have 68 million people. We want Thailand to be the hub, manufacturing hub for all the Chinese goods. Whatever they have, if they think that we can offer them, please look at Thailand as one of the destination. We want to make sure that all the expatriates that come and work for Chinese firm here feel at home. And I know they feel at home here.
So it's also about the overall experience here.
Experience, yes.
Because you were a very successful businessman. So for those Chinese business who are now having the idea or the willingness to expand their footprint here in Thailand, what advice would you give them?
Do come and talk. I mean, come in. Right? If you need government help, government support, the government house is open for you to come and discuss. And I will help facilitate anything that has mutual benefits to both parties. We are open for business. I went to China to tell the world that we are open for business. So when you're here, do make a courtesy call. If you think I can help to push your agenda forward, to make sure I can speed up your investment into Thailand.
What is so attractive about the Thai market here compared with other ASEAN countries, in your opinion?
Geographical position. We're not landlocked, all right? We have the deep sea port, that's the most developed. We have good airport that will get even better. The connectivity is there. We have availability of clean energy. The tax incentive by BOI. A relatively low cost of living. I mean, tourists, smile, food, healthcare system.
And we have to admit that one of the prerequisites for closer exchanges and cooperation hinge on a safe and secure environment. So on that front, Mr. Prime Minister, how do you envision the cooperation between the two countries on cracking down cross-border crimes, such as telecom fraud, as well as online gambling?
Online gambling and online fraud, call center and all those, Criminals move along the border. If you try to catch them in Thailand, which have been very successful, they move to Burma, they move to Laos, they move to Cambodia. Closer cooperation between the ASEAN leaders are key success factor.
And finally, because the relations between Thailand and China are very close, like families, like relatives, what you want to express to the Chinese people?
I think the nearest event that's coming up is the 1st of March. The visa-free for both countries, permanent visa-free for both countries. This is one of the very significant steps for both country relations. Okay, I would like to use this opportunity to welcome Chinese tourists, businessmen who are able to come to Thailand. That we will be the good host for you, and you can please be assured that you'll be well taken care of. And needless to say that we are confident that when the Thai go to China, they'll be well taken care of, as always, as they have been.
That's great. Thank you so much, Mr. Prime Minister. It was a great pleasure talking to you today, and thank you so much for taking this interview and sharing with us your insights.
Thank you. ครับ
在刚刚的专访当中，我们感受到了赛塔总理对于全方位发展中泰关系的信心。泰国有句谚语叫做"撒什么种子，结什么果"。我们也相信，中泰两国播下的一颗颗友好合作、互利共赢的种子，必将不断生根发芽、枝繁叶茂，推动两国全面战略合作伙伴关系结出更多硕果。感谢您收看本期的高端访谈，我是邹韵，我们下期。